I don't know why, whenever I have multiple movies on a weekend, that I have these like big sort of mood swings, what I call mood swings with movies. Because the first movie that I saw was, the happy-go-lucky Disney live-action, Moana movie. And then to kind of cap off my day, um, it swings the completely different direction, and I see a horror movie about possessions, people getting their limbs cut off and all that stuff, and fun for the whole family. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strong from QuickTime Reactions, and this is my review of Evil Dead Burn. This is the latest installment to the Evil Dead franchise that, of course, started way back when with, the low budget Evil Dead made by legend Sam Raimi, which then made it to Evil Dead 2, then Army of Darkness, then went cold for a while, but then Fede Alvarez revived it in 2013 with his Evil Dead movie, and then we had to wait a little bit longer, and then Evil Dead Rise a few years back, and now here we are here. This movie was directed by, and I hope I pronounced this name correctly, Sebastian Vanik. Vanike. Again, I hope I pronounced that correctly. And it was also written by him and Florent Bernard. This movie stars Sohaila Yacoub, Tandy Wright, Hunter Doonan, Luciane. Again, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Buchanan, Harold Shand, Maud Davey, as well as a whole host of others. And we follow the Price family, and they have experienced a little bit of a loss, and they're dealing with it in their own way. But one of the members comes across the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead, which unleashes all sorts of hell on Earth towards this family, and so now they basically have to survive, or they're all going to be dead by dawn. So, my history with the Evil Dead franchise. I have not seen the original three, but I know basically what happens in each of the movies. The first one being basically the low-budget horror film that basically made Sam Raimi into a household name, or basically got the wheels turning a little bit more. Evil Dead 2 really being kind of the big springboard, also introducing elements of comedy in there. And then, of course, Army of Darkness going full, jump off the diving board with comedy, with some elements of horror in there as well. Fede Alvarez's movie being the complete 180 to what Army of Darkness was, which was, Army of Darkness being mostly comedy, a little bit of horror. Evil Dead 2013 was all horror and nothing but horror, and that was disgusting in the best way possible. And then Evil Dead Rise, I say almost strikes that balance that Evil Dead 2 had, where it is funny, but also scary and really, really bloody and gory. And Evil Dead has been pretty much on a hot streak with Fede Alvarez's movie and with Evil Dead Rise. And so now we're here at Evil Dead Burn under new direction, shall we say. And I have to say that this movie was a bucket of fun to watch. It was so good. It was so good. It was what I expected out of an Evil Dead movie, but also had really good emotion in there as well. Let me get into everything here. The direction by Venike, again, hopefully I pronounced that name correctly. His direction in this is really, really good. Two shots in particular that I really want to highlight, and I'm not spoiling anything when I say this, because both of these were featured in trailers. Um, the first one being there's a fight scene and someone gets thrown into a mirror, and when that mirror shatters, the camera pulls back and it basically shows that we were watching the fight from a reflection. That was awesome. There's another one where it's a long oneer where we follow Alice, who's one of the main characters in this movie. We follow her on the ground where all sorts of chaos is happening. Um, and we just follow her on the ground until she like presses up against a wall, and you just see and hear all sorts of chaos going around. That was actually the first teaser that they dropped for this movie, and I thought that was a really good teaser choice. Um, and this movie, like I said, also has really big emotional moments in there as well. And so I also have to give credit to Venike as well as Bernard for writing a really, really good script. Like, this movie is not just, kills and deadites, doing their thing. There's also, like, a real emotional, arc that Alice definitely goes through in this movie. And so I have to give them major props for that as well. The performances in this movie um, by everyone involved is really, really good. Especially Sohaila Yacob. Um, she was really, really good in this. She definitely carried a lot of the emotional stuff because her character definitely went through the biggest emotional arc in the movie. And I thought she expressed that very well. The emotional stuff, as well as when she was getting jacked up by all the deadites in this movie. I thought she portrayed that really, really well. Um, Another person that I wanted to highlight was Hunter Doonan. You might have seen him in Wednesday, as well as he was in the first season of Daredevil Born Again. He was Muse in that first season. I don't know what it is about this guy picking, projects that, are creepy and weird in nature, but that may be his niche. But he was also really good in this as well. Another person that I want to highlight, Errol Shand. He's, I think, one of the first, I think, in the family that we see be possessed by the Deadites. And the way that he portrays that was also really, really good as well. The music, which was done by the duo known as Double Danger, um, Douglas Cavanagh and Xavier Caw, I believe is how you pronounce that last name. They made the score wholly their own, but I still feel like it could be within this universe. And that was really, really cool to see. And also to kind of circle back to shots, um, Philip Lozano being the cinematographer, he did a really good job with shot compositions and everything like that. Um, the kills in this are absolutely brutal to say the least. The stuff that the deadites do are absolutely wild. Again, not spoiling anything because they showed this in the trailer, but one of them has like the top of a car seat lodged in their cheek, and they just push that out of their cheek. They drink wax from a candle, like as all sorts of messed up stuff, and that's the stuff that they showed. There's a whole lot of other stuff that I don't want to spoil, because that needs to be witnessed and seen. Um, and I should also say that there are two post-credit scenes for this movie. The second one being very, very consequential as to where I think that they could go for a potential third Evil Dead movie. And considering the fact that this movie opened to 41 million at the global box office against a $20 million budget, my suggestion is that they're probably going to make a third one. They're probably going to make a third one. Um, so yeah, this movie again was an absolute bucket of fun to watch. Direction was really good, paired up with really good cinematography. The script had a lot more emotional depth than what I was thinking was going to be in this movie, which was a nice, pleasant surprise. Every one of the actors did an absolutely amazing job. The music was also really good. And overall, man, I walked out with a smile on my face and really, really pumped to see where this could potentially go. Because I have no doubt in my mind that they're probably going to make a third movie, I should say another Evil Dead movie. Um, but again, those are just my thoughts on the movie. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie in the comments section down below. But I think that's going to be pretty much it for me on this one, guys. Be safe out there, and if you come across a stray book that has, all sorts of weird incantations written on it, my suggestion is to you throw that in the trash and you run away from that as far and as fast as you possibly can. Because I don't think you would want to deal with that type of juju in your life. I don't want to deal with that juju in my life, so you know that's just me saying that. And I will catch you guys next time.